a sinner, left my lover crying on the dance floor. I'm a sinner, I'm a sinner.
Welcome back to Night of the Living Demos. We're looking at Soviet Spooky Tales, Green Eyes. One day, a mom said to a little girl, "Don't touch the green vinyl." But the girl didn't listen to her mom and listened to the green vinyl. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Creepy green eyes are on the wall. What? Don't you think all this is a joke? Little girl is gonna choke. This looks cool so far. Mom, let's get the Rubik's snake. Dasha, I already told you we came here for the vinyl. But it's so cool. You can make almost anything you want with it, like a dog, a duck, even a giraffe. And Pashka can even make a balloon. So, Mom, can we please? Everyone in class already has one. And by all of you, you mean just Pashka? No, not just one. Everybody has one but me. All right, let's get the snake, but then we won't buy a vinyl. Let Dad's present to gather dust since it's not gonna play anything until next paycheck. No, I want both the snake and the vinyl. The less you want, the more you get. Why are you so greedy? Dad makes so much money and you can't buy me a toy once a month? Dasha, Daddy isn't working in the north to buy all the toys at the store. And besides, you and I agreed that this month we were buying a vinyl. But if you change your mind, we can just go home. I start my shift at 12. I can't spend half the day at the store. But Mom... Dasha, it's either the snake or the vinyl, period. I took another look at the kids section. There were multicolored toys on display. They all had a shiny plastic. It's so nice to open new pack and hear the way they sound. The Vasilisa dolls and Kokoshinkas stood in rows, and each has its own character and face. Pink kitty plushies with stripes on their backs. Fur puppies wearing plaid ponchos, roly-poly toys with round faces and spinning tops on suction cups with horses, almost like in the program What, Where, When. I wanted them all at once, especially the snake and the spinning top, and at least one little doll, not to mention the record, of course. Why is Mom so stubborn? As if she wasn't a little girl herself. And if you try to negotiate with adults, they just ignore you and punish you. I'm not going to argue. I won't change Mom's mind anyway, and I risk not getting a present at all. All right, let's get the vinyl. The toys section saw us through the sad eyes of stuffed animals. But I cheered up a little as soon as we got to the vinyl section. The music section shelves, there were vinyls by divided genres. Fairy tales, classical music, pop music, just to name a few. And additional to all that, you could all see the amazing artwork and designs that each one had. Mom, can I choose? Of course you can, Dasha. Behind the counter, I could see a sales assistant's shadow, blocking the colorful shelves with her white robe. Almost in a theatrical way, she corrected her perm, her bright lips, which resembled a bow, and her eyebrows that formed an arch over her blue shadowed eyelids. Good afternoon. What can I help you with? We have vinyls for everyone, even those with the most refined tastes. Dasha, go ahead. What would you like to see? The sales assistant gaze was fixed on me and I felt uncomfortable. Mom, why don't you do it? Hello, could you please show us what fairy tales you have? The sales assistant glanced at me. Again, this is a demo. You do a better Jewish woman. Look, fuck you. You want to do a better Jewish woman, you get your ass in here right now on this call. You can't even do that. Mike's gonna kill me when he returns. Lady, isn't it too late to listen to fairy tales? Just look at her. She's too big. Honey, what grade are you in? In 4th B? She's such a big girl. She doesn't need fairy tales. She needs something more serious. Here, classical music. Wow. I really fucked that one. Yeah, actually, that works in that voice. Here's classical music. Tchaikovsky. Ministry of Culture of the USSR. Leningrad. Council UHP. 33 RPM. Long playing 12 inches. Girl, do you go to a music school? Do you listen to Pietro? I don't. I'm gonna fucking butcher Russian today, aren't I? Girl, do you go to a music school? Do you even listen to Pietro Ilich? It is really hard to do that name in that voice. No, who's Pietro Ilich? I am sorry to every Russian watching. How can you not know Pietro Tchaikovsky? He's the greatest Russian composer. Haven't you ever been to the Nutcracker? Oh, is that his actual full name? I only knew Tchaikovsky. I gotta keep saying it wrong in that voice on purpose now. I saw the cartoon on TV. The cartoon... Girl, it's a world-famous ballet. It's a Boston accent for a slap shop. So what if it's Tchaikovsky? Now I'm doing it on purpose. Now I'm messing up his name on purpose and I know that name. So what if it's Tchaikovsky? I like Forum, the band, and fairy tales are not too late for me. Everybody likes fairy tales. What else have you got? Parade, a pop soloist by the... God bless my soul, I gotta try to do this. I'm gonna purposely say them wrong because of the voice. Give me a second. Parade of the Pop Solettes by the Aperilevic Order of Lenin Record Plant, stereo 33 RPM, 12 inches. It was just delivered yesterday. Would you like to have it? Or this year's novelty, Joseph Kobzon's Forgotten Tango, All Union Melody, Recording, Studio, 33 RPM. When in doubt, mutter it. A girl should learn how to have a good taste. The sales assistant started daydreaming and sang off key. You're gonna make me sing in that voice? Oh, for the love of God, I can do it. Does it stop? Okay, it does. The night was luminous, white flower cluster. Oh, I can't do it in that voice. It automatically goes to that. Let me see. The night was luminous, white flowering clusters were bursting into the window. I'm never doing that again. That was surprisingly hard. God, keeps going. The bird cherry tree was in full bloom. Oh, how wonderful it was blooming. I was so in love with you, was whispering shy, tender words to you, and you gave me your heart that moonlit night. Just let me go with what I said. I don't like that sales assistant. She only gets in the way. And the covers of the fairy tales are so pretty. Puss in Boots, Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves. Oh, and the Bremen musicians. It's just like mine. But I heard almost all of these. I was browsing through everything I could see. I was looking for something special. I can't believe I did that. After all, it could be considered a gift from my dad, and I wouldn't want to make a mistake and buy something silly, but as luck would have it, there was nothing interesting. I had to chuck down a drink after that one. Had to re-paralyze your voice after having the flu. Oh, wait a sec. What's that black cover? A strange vinyl caught my attention. Its envelope was completely black. I've never seen anything like it before. Nothing painted on the cover, and there was no title, so I wondered what was inside. When I looked closer, I saw that the vinyl itself was peeking out of the envelope, but it wasn't black at all, like the usual one. On the contrary, it was a very bright green in color. Just smoke a cigarette. No, I'm not trying to do Jewish grandma. Wow, a green vinyl. How unusual. That's what I needed. I pulled my mom's sleeve and whispered in her ear, Mom, let's ask her to give us that one, or she'll be singing like non-stop. Excuse me, could you please show us that vinyl with the black envelope? The sales assistant took the envelope without a name and threw it on the counter. People have no taste nowadays. Listen to all kinds of nonsense, rock and some other stuff. Oh, right, this is during the USSR. This makes more sense, her attitude. Mom, let's get it. I've never seen a vinyl this color. Tell me, please, how much is it? Lady, what does it say on the back? Mom turned the envelope over, but there was no writing on it. She carefully took out the record to find out the price. Is it forbidden to take the goods out of the package? It is forbidden to take the goods out of the package. Can't you read? Come on, what do you think that sign is for? Throw the vinyl in her face. Go to the cash register and pay for it. Straight ahead and to the right. That'll be 1 ruble, 25 kopecks. Dasha, let's hurry. We have to go. Mom took the black envelope, and without saying goodbye to the sales assistant, we hurried to leave this section of the store. The cash register buzzed loudly, and the green vinyl was finally mine. Well, you have to remember this is during the USSR. This game's taking place around the time of the USSR. What a rude sales assistant. Just a brat. I didn't even have the time to ask what the vinyl was. Mom, it's okay. We don't have to know what's on it. It's more interesting that way. Let it be a surprise. I love surprises, especially good ones. Oh, Dasha, I have to run. It's 10:30. I'm late for work. Let's go to the tram. Mom, can I carry the vinyl? Sorry, it's a little hard to read this. Is there a way to change the text? No, there's not. Okay. That's what I wanted to see. They don't have a dyslexic mode for this. Of course you can. Just be careful, vinyls are fragile. Still says suffering. What is going on? I changed it. There we go. Now it should be fixed. The weather outside was surprisingly warm for early October, but the yellow leaves on the trees were already shivering helplessly, knowing that winter was coming. Brr, I don't like cold. I changed it. Mom, is it cold in the north where Dad is now? Mom sighed. It's cold. It's almost always cold there. Siberia? Can you imagine how happy Dad will be when he comes home? Will he be back soon? Dasha, you already asked me that today. Mom, tell me again, please. Soon, soon. And he'll be listening to the new vinyl with us. Oh, there's our tram. We ran into the tram and it closed the doors, creaking and swaying, and took us home. There were not many people in the salon. It was still working hours, so you could only see pensioners, students, in the second shift and people like my mom who work in shifts. Mom, look how much room there is. Let's sit by the window. Okay, Dasha, but first, please validate the ticket. I'll get them. Wait. Mom took out of her pocket 2 small packs of different colors, red and green, tore off the ticket for 3 kopecks each, and gave them to me. I'm just guessing Siberia. I don't actually know. Here you go, and I'll sit down. I think Siberia is technically its own... Well, it's during the USSR, so they might have been all one thing. Alright, but I want my seat by the window. I looked around the tram and searched for a ticket validator. The nearest one was hanging opposite of the entrance. Aha, there they are! Too bad I only had 2 tickets. I could easily punch them. I wish I had a bigger pack to test my strength. I wonder if I could punch 10 tickets at a time. The ticket slid easily into the validator slot. When I hit the handle, I heard the familiar pleasant sound. I had punched a ticket 100 times, and each time I enjoyed the feeling of the paper resisting and being defeated when the mechanism created a hole through it. Bingo! I looked at the ticket number. Wow, it's a lucky ticket. And what a lucky ticket it is. All 6 digits are the same. Mom, look, a lucky ticket. It's all 3s. I've never had anything like it. Dasha, don't shout in the tram. It's indecent. If I make a wish and eat this ticket, it'll definitely come true. What the fuck is wrong with kids in Russia? Or should I keep it? Don't eat the ticket. Don't. Can I save? I do have the save button. No, this is main immunity. Keep the ticket. No, you can't eat that ticket. It's very rare. I'd rather keep it and show it to Daddy when he comes back. He'll be so surprised. I carefully put the ticket in my pocket and went to my mom. Outside the window, houses and cars were running by. My mother ruffled my hair and hugged me tightly, and I leaned my forehead against the glass and hugged the black envelope I bought. I wondered what was recorded in it. Probably some great song, maybe even an American song. I've never had one of those before. Everyone in the class would be jealous, especially the Zina. We'll have to listen to the vinyl when we get home. Mom, how long is our ride? About 15 minutes or so. 15 minutes? So long? All the way, my forehead rhythmically tapped some kind of melody, and under this lullaby, I fell asleep. The song is It's Raining Men. Oh dear, what a beautiful vinyl you have. Can I hold it? Zina, you can't. You'll get it dirty. Come on, Dasha, please. Can I come to your house and listen to it? No way. I haven't played it myself yet. And if you want, I'll give you my collection of New Year's cards. I won't spare anything for you. Just let me at least touch it, I beg you. And you won't bully me anymore? Call me names or be mean to me? I do really like this artwork. No, of course not. I'll be your best friend. You want me to carry your bag for you? Do you want me to give you my lunch in the cafeteria? It's a 10-inch of Aerosmith. And the compote? Sure, take the compote too. You're welcome. Actually, I already promised Pashka and Lena to let them listen to it. So I guess you're the last in line. Maybe in a couple of weeks the vinyl will be free. Thank you, dear, thank you. I'll tell everyone how good and kind you are. Dasha, it's time. Dasha, let's go. Why did you fall asleep? We've arrived. Too bad. I had such a nice dream. I do really like the pixel art. So this is a demo, so I'll probably play the whole thing when it comes out. After all, the tram is how old ladies move around, and it goes at the same speed. Let's hurry home. We have to hurry. We quickly got off the tram and walked down the narrow street towards our house, which was number 33. It was on Lennon Street and not far from the stop. We could already see our yard of several 9-story buildings with a cozy entrance through the archway, but suddenly out of nowhere, on our way was there, was a street dog, which was something between a peach-on and a shoe brush. There's that dog hanging around again. Look at the way she's staring at me. She's gonna come to me. Hey, you, get out of here, I'm telling you. The dog sniffed the air a few times with his nose, then ducked his head to the ground and growled. Ooh. It showed a row of small, sharp teeth. Despite its small size, it could harm anyone with its bite. What a stupid animal. Dasha, hide behind me before it bites you. Shoving the vinyl into my mom's hand, I looked around for a suitable branch. Luckily, there was one near me. The local boys broke it off during a game where they pretended to be soldiers. Without any sudden movements, my hand slowly reached for the cherished goal. The dog watched my every movement carefully, as if he suspected something. Finally, my fingers found the stick, and I grasped it firmly. Got it. I squeezed my new wooden weapon and prepared to make a dash for it. Mom, not understanding what I was going to do, looked at me with an amazed eyes. Lucy, fetch! The stick whistled across the lawn, and with a thud fell to the ground somewhere behind the bushes. The dog scrambled with his paws and rushed after the branch. Lucy, come to me. Aww. Look at that. That is so cute. A smudgy, satisfied Lucy brought her prey and licked my face. This bichon, as soon as it smells from which side I will appear, will rush and meet me. There's no one in the whole world cuter than this little thing. I always have a cookie in my briefcase for her, and Lucy always has time to walk me to school. All right, Lucy, that's enough. Lucy, what a cheeky one. How long have you been here waiting for me? Sorry, I didn't have anything with me. I'll bring you something tasty before school. Lucy fell on her back, indicating she wanted me to scratch her belly. Dasha, leave that dog alone. Mom, can Lucy live with us? Look at how smart she is. Look at you coming up with silly ideas. She may as well have fleas and maybe be contagious. Contagious of fucking what? It's a dog. The fleas, yeah, that kid's already got him if she's petting that dog. Why do we need an animal at home? Who could have ringworm? Okay, fair enough. Especially at the beginning of the school year when they shave your head, you'll know why you shouldn't touch stray dogs with your bare hands. Ringworm doesn't go on the head. I thought it's only hands and arms, really, that it gets to. She doesn't have fleas, and I've known her for a long time. My mother looked at Lucy lying on her back, and she wrinkled her nose, and without saying anything, went through the archway into the yard. I had to go home, too. Wait, Lucy, I'll be back soon. Lucy walked with us to the yard obediently, sat down to wait for my return with a promised cookie. The yard at the beginning of the school year wasn't as noisy as it was during the summer, but still had kids of all ages running around. The unsteady melody of rusted swings was complemented by bicycle bells and kids counting and pigeons cooing. I suddenly felt the need to run and go down the iron slide a couple of times, and I even took a few steps toward the playground, but I remembered that we were in a hurry to get home because my mom had to go to work. That's okay, I'll write it later. Granny sat on the bench near our homes and looked as always at everyone who passed by. I really do like this art. When I was smaller and played ball by the white wall of the entrance, I always listened with pleasure to everything that people said. Those are 3 gossips. Who got married, who had a baby, who bought what, and what was going on in the whole world. Grandmothers knew it. It seems everything, and even before everyone else knew. Should we go listen to Gossip Chat? Because Mom is in a hurry. I really do like this. This is really nice. I'm going to put it on my wish list. Weesh. Oh, it comes out next year. That's awesome. That'd be awesome. Gossiping old biddies. Have you heard? Ega from Polvatskaya Street has disappeared again. They've been looking for him for 2 days now. Our neighbor Paulina Semonova, I don't speak Russian, says she had the dream the other day that the aliens were taking Edgar to a spaceship. No way, the aliens took him away. He probably got drunk in the garage with his buddies and went home to the workshop supervisor to settle their relation. He's probably sitting in a drunk tank now where he can't even remember his name. Oh, sweetie, you can't talk about a man like that. Edgar, by the way, built the sandbox for the playground with his own hands and didn't take money for it. Our Edgar is a very handy, God bless his soul. Why doesn't he need money? He's got the bottle for his service and he was happy. Remember, there was a similar case in 59? A whole group of kids, tourists, or what do you call them? Mountaineers were attacked by aliens when they were asleep in the tents at night, and all of them were killed. Granny Fire wants some aliens. There was a big fuss all over the country about it. I know a policeman who told me in confidence that witnesses claimed that they saw aliens in those places with their own eyes. They were really Ukrainian. Okay, I gotta stop that joke right now. And others said that it was not aliens but Bigfoot. That's right. I remember at the time, even a sketch of it was printed in Pravda. There's no Bigfoot, Fire. I know your stories. Students should drink less in the mountains. They get drunk and get into arguments with each other. I know their kind. They settle any dispute with the fists. That's for sure. And then they're drunk. Oh, they'd have a good time. Speedrunning getting canceled. It slipped. I have no idea. The Detolov. Are they talking about the? Oh, they are. It's a reference to the. To the Dyatlov and pass. I knew about that. I didn't realize that's what they were referencing. So they all froze to death in the cold. Yeah, didn't they all go in? Is that the one where they all gone insane or something? Like somebody had his face ripped off or his jaw ripped off? See you, Cloud. Hope you stop by again. Oh, sweetie, can you say that? I think the boys decided to warm them up and be healthy, so they took off their clothes to rub themselves in snow. Oh yeah, that is that incident. The leader of the group, by the way, was the silver medalist. But the boy didn't think about everything, and that's why God took their souls away. Man, Rhea just going for it. Yeah, then they didn't warm up properly, did they? What were the authorities looking at? After all, the trip was dedicated to the XX Congress of the CPSU, and then the place has been named after the medalist ever since. It was either Sorokin Pass or Olaf. Some bird's name, I don't remember. Dyatlov Pass. Good morning. Oh, Tanya, my dear, hello. Hello? Tanya, tell your mother that I found out the details of what happened to the red refrigerator. I'll tell her today. Let her come out with the chair after 3, in case there aren't enough seats on the bench. Okay, I'll tell her. Don't get dirty. They're painting inside the building. Yeah, the house department has managed to paint the walls. The painters are already at work. They're probably messing up the floor, and who will clean it all up? We'll have to do it again. Who else? Tasha, your Paska. Your Pasca came by in a hurry. He asked me to remind you that you're supposed to collect the herbarium. Everybody sounds the same. I'm getting tired. Oh, right, the herbarium. I completely forgot. I'm just gonna do my normal voice. Oh, right, the herbarium. I completely forgot. It's a science day today. Okay, this was translated. I'll give it that. It's fine. He also asked about the oak tree. If it grows around here. Such a good boy. God bless him. He's a good boy, but he's too quick. He ran across the street when the light was red. What an idiot. I'll tell his mom everything, and why does he need that oak tree? There's plenty of leaves lying around. He can take as many as he wants. Well, we'll be off. Have a nice day. God, typical grandmothers always. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a bunch of yentas. It is just a bunch of yentas. In the entrance, we were met by the blue-colored walls with peeled plaster and soot from the matches. See you, Bran. Along the stairs, unknown artists had left their messages to posterity with a nail or a pen. Some immortalized their favorite soccer team, and others frankly expressed their attitude towards their neighbors. And against my will, I read Libya ex Petia. Spartak is the champion. Vezia is an ass. Soon everything will be painted over. Dasha, run and check the mail, see if anything came. But hurry, I've already called the elevator. Mom, let me use the stairs. Why? The elevator's faster. Pashka told you all kinds of spooky stories again, right? It's not spooky stories, it's all true. So, what is it this time? A red hand, black sheets, green tomatoes? You know, I need to look into Russian folktales at this point. That's the kind of scary stuff they told me at camp. Where would all that stuff come from in an elevator? There's a hole at the top. Shut up, you. Did they tell you about the black man at camp? There's a joke I really want to... Were there no black people in Russia? Oh, that's new. I don't remember that. It's funny to you, but Peshka's acquaintance disappeared like that. How he disappeared? He went into the elevator and no one saw him again? All because the Shadow Strangler? I really think it's just a translate. I get what they mean. It was just funny. If you take the elevator first to the 8th floor, then go straight down to the 3rd floor. Oh, it's the elevator game. It's a Japanese thing. I guess they do it in Russia too. If you take the elevator to the 1st floor, then go straight to the 3rd floor, and then go to the 9th floor, a Shadow Strangler will enter the elevator. See, that's not the way you do it in Japan. And then what happens? Well, you can't talk to him under any circumstances. He'll press the button for the 6th floor, and when the elevator goes down, he'll get out. What's the big deal? So he gets in, and then he gets out. It's that among the buttons, there's a button with no digit at all, and if you press it, the elevator will take you to hell, and you'll never come back again. What a great imagination Pesca has. What if you talk to this man when you get into the elevator? He'll strangle you right away. What if you don't press the button without the number? Mom, I'm serious. Dasha, first of all, if you know that all of this will end badly, why follow these complicated instructions if it's easy to make a mistake? And secondly, we live in the 7th floor. You don't even need to go up to the 8th floor, let alone down to the 3rd. Let's take the elevator, dear. No, Mom, I'll take the stairs. I'll race you. Whoever gets there the fastest wins. All right, let's do it. Between the 1st and the 2nd floor, under the window, there were 2 rows of mailboxes of the residents of our building. Quite often you could see different letters and newspapers coming out of it. But the most interesting thing was, of course, the subscription magazines. It was easy to recognize our mailbox number 26, even though the number was almost gone. Someone had once scattered a funny duck on the floor. To be honest, it didn't look much like a duck. That's probably why the artist signed it below, "It's a duck." Oh, I know what he did. Oh, I know what he did. It wasn't a duck. It was not a duck. Aw. We're playing a kid. You know that duck. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. I wonder who did that and why. Because they thought it was funny. By the way, we didn't have the dick litter that much this year at the con. As Daddy would say, I wish I could catch that person and slap them on the wrist. But screw them, especially since I myself once wrote my name at the entrance wall. Despite the fact that the inscription Dasha was small and hardly noticeable, I felt a slight excitement and pride every time I looked at it, because so far no one had guessed that I did it. No, everyone knew you did it, they just didn't care. Back for a while. No, I do a bunch of different stuff. It was my little secret. I guess I've been a real spy, like Stirlets. Again, I am butchering Russian, and I'm sorry. I really only speak very little Russian. I opened the door. Oh, something had arrived. Inside the mailbox, there were 3 magazines. Let's check them out. Roman Gazeta is my dad's subscription. Boring adult stories, almost no pictures. Those actually look really cool. Costor. I don't think do you say the Y? Costuro. Again, I'm butchering Russian. I don't really know that much. Prints funny stories about school children, but I've never read them all. Only the most interesting ones. But oh, fuck my life. Oh, fuck my life. I can do this. Vezyol Kartnik. I sound like I'm having a stroke. It's another matter. It was my favorite magazine. The pictures were really funny. Always so bright and colorful. I'll never stop my subscription, not even when I become an adult. No letter from Dad again. Is he so busy there that he can't write us even the smallest of letters? Maybe try pretending the Y's are I's? Maybe? Dasha, I'm on my way. Then I heard the elevator door closing and remembered our competition with my mother. I rushed up the stairs. I flew up the last step and landed on the 7th floor just as my mom was getting off the elevator. Me first, me first. You always are. You're fast. So, did anything arrive? Yes, the magazines did. Dad's and mine, no letters. I see, no... Damn it. Let me try this again. No... Rabonsa? Again? I'm trying. Mom's magazine was a little better than Roman Gazeta. That sounds... I don't know why, but when I say that, I think it's the Roman part, it makes me think of Italian. Roman Gazeta. Just makes me think of Italian. But still boring. I only like the recipes and the girls in fancy dresses, and the fact that my mom lets me cut out pictures as long as I don't ruin the pattern. No, Mom, it didn't. Maybe someone stole it? Grandma Maya probably took it to read. She'll put it back in the mailbox later. All right, Dasha. Give me the magazines before they get wrinkled. I've done one audiobook, How to Survive a Horror Movie. I plan to do more of them. Petrovic, god damn it! Something rattled on the floor above, and the familiar smell of paint hit my nose. Mom wrinkled her nose and looked up. Yes, the renovations have begun so quickly, and as always, at the wrong time. Why the wrong time? Because they had to paint in the summer, while everyone was away to the countryside. Mom took the keys out of her purse, opened the door, and we entered the apartment. Tanya, Dasha, how did it go? What did you see? Graham, there was so many toys and dolls and different games. It was good, Mom, but I'm late for work. We stayed more than expected. Grandma Faya told me to tell you to be down there by 3. Something about some refrigerator. Oh, she'll tell me nonsense again. The old gossip. Maybe Tanya, you'll have time to eat some soup. I made such delicious borscht. Yeah, that I can say. I know that one because of Polish. That one I know. No, Mom. I'll eat at work. Our kindergarten has good food. I'll have some, Graham. What a good girl. If you eat everything, you'll grow up fast. Did you get anything from the store? Here, Graham, look at the green vinyl, but we don't know what's inside. How come you don't know? Oh, it must be very expensive. Wow, what a beautiful color. They don't make vinyls like this in our time. Mom, leave it in the hall for now, and we'll listen to it together tonight. I want to listen to it now before school. Dasha, let's do it tonight. We'll have a little party in honor of an unusual purchase. Well, you have to remember, I am also doing this what's called cold reading. So I haven't practiced any of this. So this is me doing it without any kind of practice. All right, but then we need to buy lemonade for the party. Sure, on my way back, I can go to the store and buy... Why the Russian? Sure, on my way back, I can go to the store and buy Bortino. Maybe we can get some Peps instead? Bertino is already boring. Okay, Dasha, I'll see if they have some. Oh, Tanya, don't get Pepsi. Pepsi. Don't get Pepsi. Some say it's bad for your stomach. Mom, you're at it again, aren't you? Believing everything you hear. It's not that. I know what I'm talking about. I finished my drink. Granny, don't worry. We've had it hundreds of times and nothing's happened. Here, take the vinyl. I wish the evening would come sooner. I can't wait to find out what's on that vinyl. Dasha, I almost forgot. Here's a present for Zinchko. You can give it to her at school. It's her birthday today, isn't it? Mom, you got it all wrong again. Yes, it's Zena's birthday today, but she'll be celebrating it this Saturday in 2 days. I looked at the present in my grandma's hands. It was a brand new bright red box, and the words Rubik's Snake on it. Grandma, is that a snake for Zena? Is that her birthday present? Don't be a little shit. Mom, you bought Zena a snake? What about me? I asked for one at the store today, and you said I couldn't have one. Now even Zena will have a snake, and she'll tease me again that I don't have a father and that I'm a beggar. Damn! Russian kids are fucking cruel. God, that kid's just going for the throat. I was blinded by anger, and my hands out of the blue snatched the box of my grandmother's hands. The package suddenly opened, and neatly folded puzzles slipped out and flew down. I ain't even gonna try to read that one. Russian. That's all I got. Ouch. What is the meaning of all this? Dasha, aren't you ashamed to behave like this? Mom, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. It's not really broken. It's just parts that flew off. They're easy to put back on. Zena has everything I don't. Her dad always gets her everything. And she's so mean. She calls me names. I can't stand her. Why do I have to give her a present? Dasha, you know that yours and Zena's moms are colleagues and have been friends since childhood. You should be friends too. Zena gives you presents on your birthday. Why wouldn't you do that the same? Let her have it. She always gives me crap and keeps all the good stuff. And anyway, I don't need them. I throw I throw them in the trash. All right, young lady. That's enough. My patience is wearing thin. Starting today, you're grounded. You will not watch cartoons until you learn to behave, and when your father gets here, I'll tell him everything. What are we going to give Xena now? We'll give Xena the vinyl we brought today. I'll throw the snake away so it's no longer suitable as a present. It was a waste of money. Oh, Tanya. Mom, no! You broke Xena's present, and now you give her yours. It's only fair. And don't you dare touch the green vinyl, do you understand? But Mom! I've said it all. Mom picked up the toy and left the apartment, slamming shut the door. Man, my grandma and my mom would have smacked the fuck out of me for that one. A moment later, there was a sound like something was falling throughout the garbage chute. It was Xena's snake. Tears of frustration started to come out, and I was unable to restrain myself, so I ran into my room. It wasn't my fault. It was an accident, and the box opened by itself. And if my mom had bought me the same snake today, then none of this would have happened at all, and now they've taken the vinyl away. My green vinyl. Grandma came quietly into the room and hugged me. Don't cry, my dear. You know your mother loves you, and with Xena you should be friends. She's not a bad girl and studies for A's. But, all right. Stop crying. It's time to get ready for school or you'll be late. Oh, and I still haven't given you some borscht. It's probably cold by now. I don't want to eat. I've lost my appetite. Well, you should. The soup is very tasty. Graham, when you were a kid, did you hate someone? Of course I did. I remember Valerie was my classmate, a terrible bully. He wouldn't let me go, teased me, pulled my braids. I couldn't stand him. And you became friends with him later? No way. We were like cats and dogs until 10th grade. Did you ever fight him back? Him? I couldn't fight back. He was a big guy, had a head taller than me. I had a hard time with him until I got into college, and after that I never saw him again. I found out later that Valerie was in love with me, but he didn't know how to say it, so he played around. Grandma's strange story calmed me down a little bit, but I still didn't want to be friends with Xena. Quite the opposite. I wanted to get back at her somehow, but how? Suddenly an idea popped in my head. That's right. Let her have the vinyl, but I'll listen to it first. I got the vinyl. It's only fair. But how can I do it after Mom grounded me? We could just convince Grandma. Feels like the easiest option here. Grandma was often on my side. Maybe I could persuade her to let me listen to the vinyl. Grandma, I love you so much. You've no idea how much. Oh, Dasha, I love you too, my dear. You manipulative little fucker. No, Grandma, you don't love me at all. Man, I would have gotten the shit smacked out of me. No, Grandma, you don't love me at all. Why is that? Because you'll give my vinyl to Xena, and I didn't get to listen to it. Dasha, it's your own fault. You behaved badly. You have to obey your mom. But imagine if your mom gave that harmful Valerie something very valuable to you, like your sewing machine. Would you like it? I think I wouldn't like it, but I'd probably be sulky. There you go, Grandma. If you really love me, you'll let me listen to the green vinyl just once. And I'll do the dishes for a week without you telling me to do it. I'll vacuum the carpet in my room, I mean it. Grandma smiled. You're so cheeky, Dasha. I'll get an earful if your mom finds out. She won't find out, Grandma. I'll be very careful and put it back where it belongs, too. All right, sweetie. Listen to it once, but then put it back immediately. I left it in the hall on the shelf. I'm going to warm up the soup. The vinyl must be around here somewhere. I look around. On the shelf, near the books, I noticed a familiar black envelope. Fuck you, window. Nope, not yet. Give it time. There you are. As I approached the cabinet, sorry. As I approached the cabinet, I smelled for a second a strange, sweet odor that was clearly coming from the vinyl. I encountered that smell once before, last summer when Peshka, Lena, and I had climbed up to the abandoned house. It smelled like that under the stairs of the first floor. Peshka joked that a cat had died there. It was dark, and Lena and I were afraid to look under it to check if it was true. Peshka called me a coward, and what a friend. What am I thinking? I'm imagining all kinds of things. I'm not a coward. It's probably just the smell of the old things. That's all. I've got to hurry up. I've got to go to school soon. I took the vinyl and slipped it back into my room. On the windowsill between the two speakers was my favorite vinyl player, a Vega 108 stereo. My dad had given it to me for my last birthday, and now my mom buys me a new vinyl almost every month. I like fairy tales. I already have a whole box of them. If I could avoid going to school and doing silly lessons, I would listen to them all day. My favorite has been the Bremen Town Musicians. I've had it since I was a kid. As long as I can remember, I've listened to it probably 100 or 200 times. Because of that, it's already all scratched up, and it's always stuttering on the guard song. It's even funny when the vinyl player starts making a sound instead of a "oh, to bad the sunrise we met with our eyes." But for some reason, my mom doesn't like it and asked me to turn it off. I carefully took the vinyl out of the black as night envelope and put it on the player. It's so beautiful after all. Too bad I'm only going to listen to it once, but once is better than never. There was a black paper label in the center of the vinyl. What? Well, that's strange. Such circles usually have the name of a story or an album with a list of songs written on it. And also the playback speed, 33, 45, and rarely 78 RPM. But there's nothing here, just a black circle. Maybe it's some kind of defect. Maybe they forgot to print it. You give the window does get respect. Somebody always should be going out the window. The player is set to 33 RPM, so I'll try that first. If anything, I'll switch to the other. I wonder if listening to vinyls at the wrong speed ruins them. I mean, yeah, it can. You have to actually be really careful with vinyls. One time I played Thumbelina faster than I was supposed to, and it was so funny. All the characters were gibbering like gnomes. I am playing Green Eyes. This is a demo. I pressed the on button and turned on the player. The red light came on, and I excitedly ran through my whole body. Now I could finally hear everything. It would be such a dick move to end the demo right here. I turned down the volume just in case. I remember those too. I actually still have a record player like that. The start key spun in my vinyl record, and I carefully placed the needle on the very edge. There was a nice soft crackling sound in the speakers that was impossible to confuse. I actually do love that sound. I have the War of the Worlds on vinyl record, the original print of it, and it sounds so nice. I froze in anticipation of the magic to come, unable to take my eyes off the mysterious purchase. Suddenly, some cheerful music came from the speakers. Why do I know that song? I know that song. It's an old vaudeville song. It's an old vaudeville song, but I can't put my finger on it. Oh, something familiar. I think I've heard this tune somewhere before. Oh, it's okay, that's where I've heard it. The dog waltz. Teacher played it for us at school. We all would start barking in a funny way. What, the song? I remember she told us that my phone is going off like a motherfucker. I hope everybody in all the chats are enjoying this chill little visual novel demo. Sorry. I remember she told us that it's still unknown who composed this melody, and that it was mistakenly attributed to another musician. I don't remember which one. Tapping out a funny tune with my foot, I remember Lucy. I wish I could let her listen to this vinyl now. I can imagine how she would dance, standing on her hind legs. Although Dog Waltz was not what I expected to hear on the green vinyl, it still cheered me up, and now I was wondering what tune would play next. But the next tune never came. The waltz kept playing and playing, endlessly repeating the same tune. Is it only the dog waltz? No way. I listened for a few more minutes until the music remained the same. All the fun gradually faded away, replaced by disappointment. That's it. What a load of crap. If I had known it would be like this, I wouldn't have quarreled with my mother over a stupid vinyl. Let Xena have the stupid waltz. I'm sure she'd dance to it like a little dog, just like Lucy, and I'd say to her when I see her, "Xena, fetch! Xena, come here! Xena, play dead!" Oh, hey, LSD kicked on. What's that? The vinyl suddenly began to play some strange sounds, only remotely resembling the old melody. Goosebumps ran down my back, and my body felt numb. I couldn't scream or run. The nasty sound cut my ears like a knife. I closed my eyes, shut because of the pain. Through the scraping and noise, I suddenly heard a terrible voice. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Creepy green eyes are on the wall. Don't you think all this is a joke? Little girl is gonna choke. Who's that? Maybe Mommy's back? But why so early? I have to put the vinyl back before I get caught. I can't imagine how mad Mom would be if she saw me with it. Grandma's gonna be in trouble too. Suddenly the music stopped. The vinyl player was turned off, and even the needle was put back in its place. That's odd. Maybe I turned it off myself. I just hadn't noticed. Okay. Gotta hurry up. Russian. I walked back into the hallway and stared right at the door. No, that doesn't sound like Mom. Mom has a key. Maybe she forgot them. Dasha, look who's here. It's definitely not Mom. She'd never ring the doorbell so many times. Maybe it's one of the neighbors? Fear crept up and a chilling feeling started somewhere inside. I started to hear the strange words from the new vinyl. Little girl is going to choke. Well, have to see who's standing outside the door. I slowly, almost without making a sound, approached the door's peephole. I knew I'd give myself away when the light of the apartment flashed on the back of the peephole, but curiosity mixed with fear had already gotten the better of me. Oh, that looks so cool. I've seen Silent Hill 4. There was a tall black silhouette with green lights for eyes, almost staring at the door. I like that one. That was pretty good. That was a pretty good demo. So don't forget, guys, check out the Patreon subscribe star. And if you want to become a supporter, you'll have to do it on my other channel, Sinfully Pure. And I'll see you next time.